Hello, we are over a month into PlayStation VR2 lifespan, so I think it's about the time we bring PlayStation VR2 Showcase, which will be my weekly show where we're gonna look at all the upcoming PSVR2 games, but also talk about some of the possible PlayStation VR2 games. Back in the day during PSVR1 days, I used to do PSVR Showcase. Now with PSVR2 being out, time to move on, and I think it's just about the right time to bring this show back. So with that out of the way, we've got about 10 new upcoming PlayStation VR2 games to talk about, so let's get started. And we beginning the show from Aces of Thunder, coming to you from the developer of War Thunder. So this is the virtual reality spin-off of the game. Back in the day during PSVR1 games days, I think in 2015 they said they're gonna bring War Thunder to VR, to PSVR1, but obviously that didn't happen. Not so long ago they did like a little questionnaire asking if people would be interested in the spin-off of War Thunder, which is an aerial combat game, and that's how Aces of Thunder come along. This is an online game where you fighting with other players in this giant, let's say, airspace battlefield. Now, what if there's gonna be any single player content? I highly doubt it, as this is the spin-off of War Thunder. But still, you know, the game and the studio got plenty of experience now, the physics and everything else should be pretty awesome, so this is already ready for you to wishlist. There is no release date yet, but hopefully we will get something soon. Okay, so next game I want to talk about is Beat Saber for PlayStation VR2. Sadly, there is no PlayStation VR2 footage, but there is some news. So basically, the developer update its Unity version. This is alpha branch on Steam, and they updating the engine, just to, you know, a long story cut short. So basically this is the changes. Upgrade of Unity version to 2029 30616F1. The game now uses OpenXR instead of OpenVR on PC. Now this might actually be something what's gonna move us forward closer to the PlayStation VR2 version. They said, of course, big backlash to them, because every you know, custom made anything for Beat Saber not gonna work now. But hey, doesn't matter in console versions. So they're saying thank you for your feedback on the alpha branch of Beat Saber on the updated Unity version. So this is the updated version. Please continue sharing feedback, as this is the important source of information for us. You understand that for some of you, alpha branch might have affected experience with the way you play Beat Saber. Please know that this update is crucial, and this is what we want to be concerned about as PSVR2 owners. Please know that this update is a crucial step for us to ensure we can continue developing and supporting the game with the latest tools and software in the future. We're working to release the Unity update within 1 or 2 months. I wonder if with this new Unity update, I'm just wondering, which will be within 1 or 2 months, if not long after that we get PlayStation VR2 version finally. In the meantime, we'll be closely watching your feedback and working on fixes to make the transition between the Unity version as smooth as possible. Also, what I'm thinking, you know, this PSVR2 launch, what's happened now, kind of seems like a soft launch. There is many big titles missing, like, you know, your Beat Saber, for example, but also, you know, upcoming Astrobot game or something like that. Future Astrobot game, shall I say, not upcoming, with nothing confirmed. Yeah, so I wonder if eventually when PSVR2 finally releases worldwide and it's available to buy in actual shops, in, you know, in the 5 biggest markets instead of just from PlayStation Store online, then that's where we see all the bigger games. But I wanted to feature Beat Saber here, even though it's not PSVR2 you know, version yet. We cannot see what it looks like, because this is something what we can maybe kind of hold on to as they updating engine to the newer version, and that will be with you within 1 or 2 months. So like I said just a few moments ago, maybe that's when we get PSVR2 version, hopefully. Okay, and the next game here we've got Real VR Fishing from the developer Mirage Soft. This is the trailer for Oculus version, I think, and this is the latest Year 2 edition. So this is your VR fishing that takes you all over the world in order to do some fishing in those realistic locations. So what's happening with PlayStation VR2 version is basically the developer took to Reddit, to the PlayStation VR2 subreddit, and they said they're trying their best to port it to PlayStation VR2. They've got some issues, so they cannot maybe promise, let's say, 100%, but to me it looks like it's gonna happen, and especially that on PSVR2 we don't have fishing game yet. So whoever will be first definitely will be in the best position for the money. But yeah, after the original, let's say, announcements on Reddit by the developers, after I done video about it, you all really took well to this game, and it seems like many of you really liking it, and I'm hearing all the good things. So yeah, pretty cool. Okay, our next game here is Prison Simulator VR. Prison Simulator is a flat game, but it's being ported to virtual reality by the company Game Boom, which also doing Cooking Simulator and Into the Darkness, another upcoming PlayStation VR2 game. You are a prison guard, slightly dodgy one, coming soon to PlayStation VR2, coming this year. Okay, and next game is Hubris VR. This is released last year on the PC, but also it's coming to PlayStation VR2, and Hubris VR is your action-adventure game set in unique and colorful sci-fi universe with immersive movement options including swimming, climbing and jumping. Players will have to gather resources, craft food and upgrade their weapons to fight off alien wildlife, droids and humanoid enemies. I totally just read the Steam description. The game got very positive reviews, a lot of them, and mostly positive reviews, which is a lot of them as well. After the release, some people complained a bit about AI and shooting, but since then, of course, the developer updated it, and now everything works just fine. This is one of those better looking and higher quality and higher budget virtual reality games. Now PC version is out of way. You can only assume that they working on the PlayStation VR2 game. Originally I think it was announced for PSVR1 as well, but obviously not many people, especially the games of this caliber, not many studios and not many people working on games for PlayStation VR1. But for PSVR2 this is probably gonna be pretty cool. Okay, and another game I want to talk about is quite mysterious title, which is the Foglands, announced during the latest State of Play. In this game you fight monsters, you scavenge loot, and you have to make it back before you are being swallowed by the fog, because this is the game which is basically your very atmospheric, roguelike adventure. You can discover new paths, you can uncover old secrets, you can run into the unknown, you fighting the monsters, you playing as a runner, heroes of sparse community living underground, and adventure from the wrecks of long dead technology to the undiscovered depths, where you run, jump, sneak and fight your way through the fog. Trying to describe this game and I'm just struggling. So, in a mysterious fog-infested world, dangerous forces lurk in the shadows, punch, throw, shoot and smash through each run as you go toe-to-toe with strange and very, very weird and vicious monsters. So yeah, nice that you've got actual melee combat as well, not just shooting, so looks like you'll be doing plenty of runs over and over, but in each run you're probably gonna be stronger, and also you're gonna get new paths. The Foglands is because the fog will get you eventually. That's what I'm assuming from the description of this game. So I took interest with it thanks to this very nice art style, let's say like a Wild West but in the future. Okay, another game I want to talk about is very atmospheric and very original looking game from Dreams, which is Synapse. And this is like a first person shooter, but also with some awesome telekinesis action. This game is a PlayStation VR2 exclusive, and also, as you can see here in this gameplay, is very, very fast paced, and also the developer saying it's gonna come out this year. What time? I don't know, but I must say this is one of my favorite PSVR2 announcements. You have to imagine playing it first. It's always hard to show off VR game just on the flat screen, so you have to like kind of use your imagination to get into this gameplay. But you can see this telekinesis, throwing objects, moving enemies, lifting them to the sky. Look at that, just throwing them somewhere in the sea. So all this action not only gonna be fast, but also very physical and very virtual reality, which is amazing. Stay tuned for more info. As soon as I got something, I'll let you know. Okay, and another game. Here we have Creed Rise to Glory Championship Edition, coming from the developer Survios, which, by the way, working on Aliens virtual reality game as well. But this is your Creed brought to the PlayStation VR2, so of course expect better graphics, but also, and this is something I'm really looking forward to, a better tracking and maybe better online experience. Plus, this game will receive the latest characters from the latest Creed movie. With all those updates, I'm sure it's gonna be another awesome Creed experience on PSVR2. Okay, so here we have Walkabout Mingolf. The developer announced PlayStation VR2 version. This is the trailer, not from PSVR2 version, because the PSVR2 trailer is just a teaser. You cannot really see any gameplay, so that's PC/Quest. One of the most highly appreciated golf games, thanks to its crazy courses, and also it's got loads of them, some based on super awesome franchises, like one based on Labyrinth movie, but also lots of different ones with great imagination by the developers. As you can see in the trailer, you can play with other people, maybe more simple graphics, but still should be a very good golfing experience. Currently in the development for PlayStation VR2, no release date, but once they announce it, I will let you know right away. Okay, so final game I want to talk about is Atomic Heart, with the developer kind of maybe teasing that it might come to PSVR2, so keep in mind that this game is not confirmed, but in their replies few times they said that they might do it. So basically somebody asked them, will Atomic Heart have a PlayStation VR2 version to make up from one of the first game teasers that was planned for Steam VR and PSVR, that was ages ago by the way. And the developer said, that's a great point, we're thinking about VR version, which is awesome that they're thinking about it. However, let us release the TV monitor version first. So that version is already released, but the developer is still supporting it. If Atomic Heart was to come, might take a while. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about it maybe while watching some footage from the game. Okay, so let's talk about the game while watching here in the background the launch trailer. First of all, yes, the flat version is already out and we already got the reviews. If you check on the Metacritic, the game kind of had the mixed reviews. I love this shot of this flying in this car, it's awesome. But anyway, the game got mixed reviews, stands currently at 71, while the user score is 6.9. So it's those, 7 out of 10 kind of games. But saying that, of course, virtual reality makes everything better. Plus 7 out of 10, it ain't bad. Also, keep in mind that the combat in this game looks like it would be pretty awesome in virtual reality. Now, we watch in this video Synapse already from the developer Endreams, when you've got those telekinetic powers, and if you compare it to the Atomic Heart combat, it's quite similar. So yeah, I wonder if those games would play kind of similar in virtual reality. Now, I said earlier that this game might not be coming anytime soon, and that is because, of course, the developer still supporting the game on all the platforms that it's come out flat, which is your Xbox, PlayStation and PC. So it might take them a while. My best guess is, this is beautiful by the way, look at this shooting, look how fast it is. Now my best guess is this game might have same fate as Borderlands 2 VR, which might be many years before the virtual reality version happens. Or maybe not, who knows. But anyway, also watching at the footage from this game, The world itself is beautifully crafted, even though some people might have few issues with protagonists being boring, or maybe the crafting system itself not being that great. The world, looking at all of this what you see now on screen in VR, those original, very original art style and very original enemies, watching that through your headset, that would be pretty amazing. And also the action can get crazy as well. Now look at this bit, the melee with the, what was it, axe or something, that would be pretty cool, and those big boss fights as well. Big heavy weapons, the action definitely looks great. So, like the developer said, they might do wow, the developer said they might do PlayStation VR2 version. We're just gonna have to wait and see, but fingers crossed. Stay tuned to the channel, and as soon as I know anything more about it, then I'll let you know. But for now, I'm expecting that they will be doing a bit more, supporting flat versions first. Okay, that's it for the first episode of PlayStation VR2 Showcase. Let me know which games you are the most excited for, and of course stay tuned to the channel for all the news regarding those games and everything else PlayStation VR2. Thanks for watching, and that's it. Bye 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 bye.